ओके आगे सब लोग right, so understand carefully. Right, so next this is important, we will solve various questions on this. Okay, so understand here what is the meaning of this. Let us try to understand. Okay, so don't worry, so now I am giving the break, so maybe after a couple of days I will not give the break also. Okay, 4 hours without break I will teach. Actually I am taking one more batch in the morning hours, so let better take 25 minutes break now. So after 2-3 days I will reduce the break time, otherwise I will stop giving break. Okay, fine. So fine, understand here. So this is okay storage classes. What is the meaning of this? आगे सब लोग एक बार comment करो. Okay, now we are having the 4 types of storage classes. So one is the auto storage class, register, static and external. So just listen carefully. Auto storage class scope is what? Scope is within the body. Scope is within the body and the lifetime also what? Within the body. Listen carefully. Right, so scope is also within the body and next okay lifetime also within the body, and the default value is what? Garbage value. In case if it is not initialized, अगर initialize नहीं होता है तो default it contains what? Garbage value, and where it will be stored? In the RAM. RAM in the sense what? Main memory. And remember memory segment, कौन सा memory segment? Stack segment. Okay, that is about your auto variables, auto storage class. And the next one is what? Register storage class. Register means same thing, scope is within the body, lifetime also within the body. If it is not initialized, the default contains garbage value. And next, what is important? Okay, where it will be stored? Storage will be what? Registers. Which registers I am talking about? CPU registers. Okay, fine. But next, now coming to the static. This is important. Listen carefully. Static, scope is within the body. Scope is within the body, but the lifetime is what? Entire program. Listen carefully. Is that clear? Right? Okay, understand here. So scope is within the body, but the lifetime is entire program. Remember, if it is not initialized, default value is what? 0. Understand here. And remember where it will be stored? In the main memory. And which segment? Data segment. Okay, static variable where the memory will be allocated? In the data segment. Is this clear for everyone? Right. And next, now coming to the external storage class, scope is the entire program, lifetime also entire program. If it is not initialized, default contains 0, and the storage where it is the main memory, and in which segment? Data segment. So remember, among all these storage classes, what is more important? Tell me, what is more important? Static is the more important. Okay, static storage class. So this is very, very important. Every year definitely the question comes from the static. Okay, from the static storage class, every year the questions comes from the static storage class. Is this clear for everyone? Okay, so let's begin with the okay, one by one. Okay, so what is the meaning of why this is coming again? So okay, okay, see, understand these points. These points I have already given to you. Please understand here. Okay, please understand. In this, what is the point you need to remember? Okay, listen here. Global variable created at the compile time. Okay, you know this already you have written. Global variable created at the compile time, memory created at the compile time. If it is not initialized, default contains what? 0. This is about the global variable story. Global variable story, already you know this. Okay, already you know this. Already you have written. Global variable, if it is when it is created at the compile time, if it is not initialized, the default contains what? default contains what? Okay, 0. If it is not inside, default contains 0. That is about global variable. And next, coming to the local variable, please understand here, local variable created at the runtime, at the program execution time. This also you have written already लिखे थे आप लोग, is that clear? Right. And the next, now this is the new point coming here. Static variable can be local variable, but memory allocated at compile time only. So copy this one, copy this one. Okay, what is the meaning of this? I will explain everything, don't worry, just copy this one, this box you copy. This is the important point. Static variable can be local variable, but memory allocated at compile time only. Copy this line. Shubham Sahu, just wait, you will understand. Yeah, Firoz, just wait beta, you will understand, just wait. Aniket, you will understand, just wait beta. Everything you will understand. Just follow what I am saying, step by step I am teaching. Okay, first I will give the, just explanation, and next notes, and next example. In the example also again I will explain, so don't worry. Okay, now look at here, static variable can be local variable, but memory allocated at the compile time. All of you written this, right? So the first we will study, understand here, auto storage class. Okay, copy karo, copy this. First, copy this. Keep the heading auto. Keep the heading auto. This is the syntax, and this is the example. And copy these points. This one, this one, this one, and this is the example. Keep the heading auto. And copy this program also. प्रीवियस स्लाइड कॉपी भी नहीं किया अभी तक ऐश्वर्या, Previous slide only one line I told you to copy. Previous slide में तो सिर्फ इसी को copy करने को बोला. You have to copy only this one in the previous slide. Right. So understand here. So the first one we are studying is a auto storage class. So auto storage class, nothing is there. Okay, it is very simple. Right. Okay, sorry. Right. So auto storage class. Okay, understand here. So what is the syntax here? Okay, what is the syntax? Auto data type variable name. So what is this here? Auto. This is the keyword, right? So this is the keyword you cannot change. This is the keyword you cannot change. So auto data type variable name. Example you can declare like this. Okay, auto integer x. Auto integer x. This is what you need to write. Okay, in the program. So auto. Okay, you have to write the small a only. Small a. Auto data type variable name. This is a keyword you cannot change. Remember what is the first point you have written? By default, all the local variables are auto variables. By default, all the local variables are auto variables only. It means what? Even if you write auto or even if you don't write auto, that is a auto variable only. By default, all the local variables are auto variables only. अगर आप auto लिखेंगे भी, okay, local variable में auto नहीं लिखेंगे भी, so that is a auto variable only, right? So that is the meaning of this. By default, all the local variables are auto variables. If auto variable is not initialized, default contains what? Garbage value. So this okay, you know that already. Okay, if the auto variable is not initialized, default contains garbage value. Just like local variable only. Local variable not initialized. बताओ local variable initialize नहीं किया तो default contains what? Garbage value. Yes or no? Right. Next. Understand here. Next. This is an important point. Okay, you should remember. For every function call, listen carefully. For every function call, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. For every function call, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. That is an important point. What is the meaning of this? You will understand. You will understand that. And next, it has a local scope and lifetime is within the body. What is the meaning of this? Local scope means what? Wherever it is initialized, look at here. Here you are having auto variable. The scope is within this body only. Okay, you can access variable x only in this particular block. And next, once you come out of this block, lifetime of that will be closed. It means that will be removed from the memory. Lifetime is also within the body. Body in the sense what? Okay, this test function body starts from here and ends here. Is that clear? So lifetime भी इसी के अंदर होगा. इसका मतलब इससे बाहर आ गया तो that will be destroyed from the memory. So that is no more available in the memory. Is that clear? So that is the meaning of that. Okay. Now let's execute this program here. What is the meaning of this? Okay, just listen carefully. Now I am executing the program. Just listen here. Main function. So the first time when you call the test function, you will come here. First time when you call the test function, you will come here. यहाँ पे आने के बाद you are having auto integer x. It's a local variable. Okay, local variable or auto variable. By default, all the local variables are auto variables. So even if you don't write auto here, it will behave like a auto variable only. By default, all the local variables are auto variables only. So that's what I said, right? Understand here. Next, when you are executing, when you call this, first time when you call this test function, you will come here, auto variable will be created in the memory. Now tell me, in which segment it will be created? In which segment? Auto variable, in which segment memory allocated? In the stack segment. Already table diya, stack segment mein allocate hoga. In the stack segment, please understand here, in the stack segment variable x is allocated, and that is initialized with what? 10. Now let us say it is the address is 1000, just example. Address location is what? 1000. And next, when you say printf %dx, now tell me what is the output it will print? What is the x value you are having? 10. And next you say x plus plus, so x value becomes what? 11. Now look at here, once you come out of this closing bracket, once you are coming out of the closing bracket, remember this variable x is no more available. That will be destroyed. Now remember, second time when you call test function, now you understand this point. Second time when you call the test function here, look at it, what is this important point here? For every function call, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. Now second time when you call the test function, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. In the different memory location, again it is recreated and reinitialized. Look at here, so location is something like 2000. In which segment it is allocated? Same, in the stack segment only. Next time when I say initialize again with the 10 and printf %dx, क्या print होगा? 10 print होगा. Next again it will print what? 10. And next you say x plus plus, so x value becomes how much here? 11. And next, once the same thing, you come out of the closing bracket. Once you come out of the closing bracket, and this is no more available, and next, again third time when you call the test function, same thing. Third time when you call the test function, for every function call, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. So third time when you call the test function, auto variable x, it is again recreated and reinitialized. Maybe some other location 3000, address is some other location 3000. And next when I say again printf %dx, तो क्या print होगा? 10. And again you say x plus plus, x value becomes how much here? 11. And next, once you come out of this closing bracket, then the variable x will be destroyed from the memory. That is the meaning of lifetime is within the body. Scope is also within the body. इसका मतलब you can access access only in this particular region. What is the definition of the scope? इतना अच्छा दिया, it has a local scope. What is the meaning of scope? Definition क्या दिया था? The region in which variable is available and accessible is called as a scope. Is matlab scope is within the body, so this variable x can be accessed only this particular brackets, this particular body. So if you come out of this bracket and you are trying to print variable x, is it available? No, that will be removed from the memory. And next, this point is also clear for everyone. For every function call, auto variable is recreated and reinitialized. Is that clear? So what is the output you get here? So this is the output. So 10, 10, 10. So copy this here. It means what is the important point you need to understand? Every time when the function call is made, so 3 different times the variable is created and deleted in the stack segment. 3 different times variable is created and again deleted. So in the stack segment, and this is the output you get. So please copy this. That is the meaning of auto variable. Is this clear for everyone now? So that is the meaning of auto storage class. No, you cannot write like that. Keshav, okay, you have to specify auto int. Syntax देखो क्या दिया, what is the syntax? मैं क्या syntax दिया, तुम क्या लिख रहे हो? Auto, okay, data type and variable name. Okay, data type क्या दिया यहाँ पे? Data type देना पड़ेगा ना तुमको. Auto syntax देखो, तुम syntax को ही change कर रहे हो. Right. So next, let's move on to the next one. Register storage class. Copy करो, keep the heading register. Keep the heading register. Copy करो, copy this. कॉपी करने के बाद मैसेज करो. हो गया. Yeah, Preeta Majumdar, just wait beta. Maybe after today's class you can solve. Okay, now this is very simple. Okay, nothing is there in this. Now understand here. I think all of you copied, right? थोड़ा ओके स्पीड कॉपी करो, राइट? हाँ राइट, जल्दी जल्दी कॉपी करो, राइट? अंडरस्टैंड यस. सो रजिस्टर स्टोरेज क्लास, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रजिस्टर? This is just a theory only, you can easily understand, nothing great in this. Okay, so what is the syntax here? Register data type variable name. Okay, register data type variable name. So here this register is what? Same thing. Okay, that is a keyword. Okay, that is a keyword. Okay, you cannot change. Okay, fine. Okay, and the next, okay, look at the example. Register integer x, you can declare like this. Okay, now understand your first point. The first point is giving clarity. The keyword register is not a command, it is just what? Request to the compiler to allocate the memory, okay, in the registers instead of what? RAM. So generally, okay, you allocate in the RAM only, right? For any variable, memory allocate in the RAM only, maybe in the different segment. But register storage class is saying what? Okay, it is just a request to the compiler. You allocate the memory in the registers instead of what? RAM. Now remember, if the free registers are available, registers in the sense what? CPU registers. If the free registers are available, it will be allocated in the registers only. Otherwise, it will be allocated in what? RAM only. अगर free registers available है तो allocated in the okay register. Otherwise, it will be allocated in what? RAM only. Is that here? And the next understand here. Okay, third point. Register variables are faster compared to auto variables, obviously, right? So they will be used in the loops and functions. Okay, why register variables are faster? Because register memory is faster compared to your main memory. I think all of you studied memory hierarchy in the CO. In the memory hierarchy you will study first comes a register, and next comes a cache memory, and next is a main memory, and next is secondary memory. All of you remember that? Okay, right? Pyramid जैसा diagram होता है, याद है सबको? Right. So it means what? Register variables are faster compared to auto variables. Obviously ये तो common sense की बात है. Okay, because register is having okay faster access compared to your main memory. So register variables are faster compared to auto variables, and that is the reason they are used in what? Loops and functions. Like this no example you are having any for loop. Look at here. So you are having like for example for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to, okay, I write here, okay, 1 lakh or 1 crore, okay, very big value. And next I plus plus, okay, look at here. So printf percentile d, okay, I. Now tell me what happens here. How many times your I will be printed? I you are accessing, okay, printf percentile d I. Okay, first you are initializing, next again you check the condition, okay, true है तो print करोगे, फिर से increment होगा, फिर से check होगा, और next फिर से print होगा, फिर से increment होगा, फिर से check होगा, and फिर से print होगा, condition true है तो. So your variable I is fetched multiple times from the register. Your variable I register, okay, fetched from multiple times from the register. So in that case you have to declare this as what? Register. So you declare like this, register integer I. So then what happens? Okay, accessing of that will be what? Faster. Program execution time will okay will be slow. I mean speed. Okay, program execution time will be speed up. Is that clear? Now remember, listen to me. Remember all these facilities are given. Okay, if you are writing any 10 lines program, if you are writing any 20 lines program, you will not find any difference in the speed. If you are writing a program of okay 10,000 lines of code, then if you execute your program in the lab, so then you can test how much time it is taking. Is that clear? See, remember your Windows operating system is developed. Your Windows operating system is developed by using C language. So when you are developing such a big operating system by using the C language, then everything is also matter. Okay, booting speed, okay, matter, everything is a matter. So in that case you use all these features. Okay, otherwise if you are writing a normal program, okay, maybe 10 lines, 20 lines program or 100 lines program also, you don't see any difference in the speed. If you write a very big program which is having 10,000 lines of code or 1 lakh lines of code in the C language, then you can find okay difference. Right. So that is the reason, okay, because okay, register variables are faster compared to auto variables. That is the reason they use in what? Okay, loops and functions. Okay, in the functions also, when you are passing the parameter to a function, okay, in the formal parameters you can use okay, register variables because execution will be what, faster, execution will be faster. And the next okay, next same thing okay, what is the fourth point here, this is important. By default register variables behave like what, auto variables only, right? So by default all the register variables behave like what, auto variables only. What is the meaning of this? Scope is within the body, lifetime is within the body, body in the sense what, bracket, open bracket, closing bracket, is that clear? So scope is within the body, you can access only within that body, and lifetime also within the body. Once you come out of that body, okay, the variable is no more available, right? Scope is within the body, lifetime is also within the body, and if it is not initialized, default contains what, garbage value, okay. So it will behave exactly same like what, auto variable. But what is the only difference? Memory allocated in the registers, and they are okay, faster in the access, they are faster in the access compared to what, auto variable. Is this clear for everyone? Right. So that's it, okay, that is a simple one, okay. So nothing great in the okay, auto variables. So I'm just removing, and the next one is okay, important. Okay, what is the next one? Static variables, static. So next we'll move on to the next storage class, static. So this is important. So keep the heading static, copy all this, speed up, jaldi jaldi copy karo. Yeah, Preeta Majumdar, declaration, with the help of declaration. Declaration itself, you are giving register. Register means, okay, it must be allocated in the registers. You will understand with respect to declaration. Yeah, Preeta Majumdar, address will be unique. it will just mapped, right? Address will be mapped. Address is a unique, whether it is a address in the RAM or address in the register, it will be unique. All the addresses are unique, so there is no problem at all. Abhishek Das, that is not required for you. Okay, right. Understand here static, this is important. There are so many gate questions, okay, on the static variable. So every year definitely question comes from the static variable, okay. Please understand here, okay, every year the question comes from the static variable, just understand here. So static variable, okay, if you see the syntax here, syntax क्या है बताओ, static data type variable name, same thing, okay. Static is what, keyword, you cannot change here. Static is a keyword, data type you specify, and variable name. Example, static integer x, okay, very clear. So the proper definition is given to you, proper definition of the static variable is given to you. Proper definition, what is the definition? Listen carefully. The variable persisting previous state value, variable persisting previous state value, even though the destruction of several functional calls, even though the destruction of several functional calls is called as what, a static variable. What is the meaning of this? Okay, you will understand, okay, right, just wait. And next, static variable created only once. Listen carefully, static variable created only once, memory allocated also only once in the data segment. कहाँ पे allocate होता है memory? Data segment में. कब allocate होता है? Compile time में allocate होता है. Allocate at the compile time. If it is not initialized, default contains what? 0. अगर initialize नहीं किया, ऐसा लिखा है तुमने, okay, static integer x, initialize नहीं किया, देखो इसको, तो x में initialize नहीं किया, तो default क्या रहता है? 0. Default will contain 0. And next, understand this point, it has a local scope. Local scope means what? It is accessible only in that particular body, in that open bracket and close brackets, okay. But the lifetime will be ended after completion of the program. Lifetime is what? Okay, it is not deleted from the memory unless you complete the entire program. Scope is within the body, okay, वो access कर सकते हो वो bracket के अंदर ही, open bracket close bracket है, but lifetime is entire program. इसका मतलब जब तक पूरा execution नहीं होगा तब तक वो memory में ही रहेगा. Is that clear? Right. इसका मतलब क्या है? You will understand. Don't worry. We'll see so many examples. Right. So first 1-2 examples, 1 or 2 or 3 examples I will explain. Okay, I will clarify the concept. Okay, first all the basic examples I will explain. I will clarify the concept, and once my explanation is completed, you are going to solve, okay, 5 to 6 gate questions. Low level to high level, you solve 5 to 6 gate questions in the class. Is that clear? Right. So check karo. So what is the meaning of this? Right. Let's see the first example, okay, on the screen. Note down first example on the screen. Just copy this. You will understand, just wait. Aradhya, Om Pratik. राहुल वेट करो, तुम्हारा जो भी स्मॉल डाउट्स होता है नो नीड टू आस्क. इफ यू फील इट इज जस्ट ए स्मॉल डाउट प्लीज डोंट आस्क. I know clearly what kind of doubts you will get. Rahul, no, it will not do that. Just copy these examples. First example, all your doubts will be clarified. If you feel it is just a small doubt, please don't ask, I will explain. Right. So look at here, so somebody is giving answer directly and somebody is not understanding the basic things. So this is the problem. हाँ, कॉपी किए सब लोग? Yes sir, Preeto Saha, yes sir. Yeah, Mohammed Salim, yes sir, you are right. Okay. So, okay, many people are giving answers also, but don't give any answers, just understand what I am trying to say. Okay, right. So, first of all, I think all of you copied. Right. Understand here, when you are executing this program, I am executing the program. First, listen to me. You should know the concept clearly. First, you should know the procedure, how the program execution will take place. Listen to me first. Whenever you are executing the program, okay, at the compile time, you are going to check. At the compile time, you are going to check, is there any local global variable available, or is there any static variable available? Listen carefully. When you are executing the program, at the compile time, you will check. Okay, what you will check? You check whether is there any static variable available or is there any global variable available. Why? Because if the global variable and the static variable, memory allocated at the compile time only. For the static variable and global variable, memory allocated at the compile time only. Where it is allocated? In the data segment. In the data segment, right? Now when you are compiling this program here, you check, is there any static variable? Yes, static variable is there. And where the memory allocated? In the data segment. At what time? Compile time. Let's say address location is 1000, and how much is that? Initialized with what? 10. Now tell me, if it is not initialized, अगर initialize नहीं किया होता तो default contains what? Static variable है, अगर initialize नहीं किया होता तो default contains what? 0. Already बताया, right? Now next, now I am executing the program now. Okay, for the static variable, memory allocate the compile time. Now I am executing the program, so the test function will be called. First, main function will be pushed into the stack, and then you are calling the test function. Test function will be pushed into stack. Yes or no? I told you in the yesterday class, whether it's a recursive program or non-recursive program, every program will be executed internally with the help of what? Stack only. बताया था already. So the first, okay, test function will be called. So you come to the test function here, and when you are executing this test function, at the execution time, ये static देखते ही क्या हो जाएगा? What the CPU will do when you are executing this statement? Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Because the CPU will understand, okay, the static variable is there, so memory already allocated the compile time, so that is not my job. Okay, CPU will feel like this. Okay, at the compile time only memory allocated for this, and it is not my job to allocate the memory. So when it is looking at this static variable, जब इसको देख रहा है तो क्या करेगा? इसको देखते ही static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. By looking at this, it will simply skip that statement. Okay, right. And next printf %ldx. Now tell me what is the x value? 10. So what will be printed here? Tell me what is the output you get here? 10. And next when you say x plus plus, okay, this becomes what? 11. Okay, now understand carefully. Now understand the difference here. Now, okay, now this is completed. Test function is completed. You are coming out of this block here. When you are coming out of this block, remember the variable x is still available in the memory. So variable x is still available in the memory, and it is holding x value as how much? 11. X value is how much? 11. Now you read the first point. Now you read the first point, you will understand. Just listen here. Second time when you call the test function, listen carefully. Second time when you call the test function, you will come again here. Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Now printf percentage x. Now tell me what is the x value? 11. That is still holding the previous state value. That is still holding the previous state value. Now read the first point. The variable persisting previous state value, even though the destruction of several functional calls, is called as what? A static variable. So already it is completed. First test function is completed, but still holding what? A previous state value. Previously it was 11. It is still holding the 11 only. Now second time when you say printf percentage x, तो क्या print होगा? 11. And next you say x plus plus, so x value becomes what? 12. Now, so once you completed this function, okay, is that available in the memory? Yes, that is still available. Even though you coming out of this, okay, body, that still remains in the memory. Why? Because the lifetime of that variable is what? Lifetime of that variable is what? Entire program. Lifetime is entire program. Is that clear? तो मतलब जब तक पूरा प्रोग्राम खत्म नहीं होगा तब तक वो मेमोरी में रहेगा. Now next, third time when you call the test function. Now tell me, third time when you call the test function, what is happening here? Again you come to the test function. Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Okay, right? Static देखते skip करेगा. Okay, it will assume that static variable है, तो memory already allocated the compile time, so it is not my job. Okay, it will simply skip that. Next, printf percentage x. What is the x value? 12. Now tell me why it is 12? It is holding the previous stat value. That is the speciality of the static variable. First point given, variable persisting previous state value, even though destruction of several functional calls, is called as a static variable. Right? Look at here. Next, when you say x plus plus, so that becomes what? 13. Now look at here. Now, okay, test function is completed. Next, all the 3 times, okay, test function is called. Entire program is completed. Now main function also completed. Everything is completed. Now once this entire program is completed, now this will be removed from the memory. This will be removed from the memory. Is this clear for everyone? Now, okay, this is the output you are going to get. So please copy this. समझ में आया सबको? All the points are clear now. Copied? Yeah, Bhavajit, wait karo, everything you will understand. Right. Next, let's move on to the next one. Okay, you will understand this. Copy karo, next one. Array. Right. So take the next function. Take the next example. Take the next example, and you take this x value as a 3 here. सो 5 ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, सो 3. So semicolon after x plus required, yeah, semicolon is there, I think it is required. Semicolon, yeah, semicolon is required, that is just a printing mistake. Semicolon is required here. In the previous one, semicolon is required, that is just a printing mistake. You can check, understand, semicolon is required obviously. Okay, so copy the next one. Yeah, Snehashish Bhumika. Okay, initialization means if you are having a equal to symbol. If you are having equal to symbol, it means that is a initialized. Yeah, Mahbub Ali, what was your doubt? You asked the specific doubt. What is your doubt? पूरा एक्सप्लेन फिर से कैसे करूं बेटा? Okay, so understand here, so don't solve this, no need to solve. I am going to explain this, this is my job only, right? Now main static integer x equal to 3, printf %ld x minus minus, post decrement, if x is non-zero, so you are saying main. Now remember, so main के अंदर main को call कर रहे हैं, listen carefully, main के अंदर main को call कर रहा है, so that is what recursion है, recursion, function calling itself is called as a recursion. Yes or no, right? Function calling itself is called as what? Recursion. Okay, so when you are having a recursion, recursion means you have to execute that with the help of a stack. I told you in the yesterday class, recursion means, okay, you need to execute that with the help of stack. Now you just give the numbering for this. Just give the numberings here, 1, okay, 2, and if x means what? X is non-zero. So ये दोनों मिला के let's take, okay, that is the number 3. Is that clear, right? You are having 1, 2, 3 statements. Okay, listen carefully. Just for our easy understanding, अपने को समझ में आने के लिए, we are understanding statements here 1, 2, 3. And whenever you call this main function, listen carefully, मेरे को सुनो, right? It is my job only now. Whenever you are calling this main function, you need to execute all the 3 statements. Okay, now look at here. I am executing the program here. When you are executing the program, what I said, first you have to check, is there any global variable, is there any static variable? Why? Because for the global variable and static variable, memory allocated at compile time. Where it is allocated? In the data segment. Okay, right. So now I am allocating in the data segment. Okay, now look at here. So here is the data segment. Now you are having the static variable. What is that? X. Now tell me, x is initialized with what? 3. Right? Okay, equal to है ना, equal to it means like, okay, initialization, right? Okay, declaration के साथ में है, declaration के साथ में, that is initialization. Okay, now first, okay, main function will be pushed into the stack. Look at here. So first main function will be pushed into stack. And how many statements are there? 1, 2, 3 statements. Now tell me what is the first statement? Static. अब बताओ static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Because same thing I told you already. Static देखते ही skip करेगा. Static variable है तो it is not my job. Memory already allocated the compile time. Memory already allocated the compile time. Yes or no? Is that clear? Right. Okay, right. So understand here. Next. Now understand here, okay, that's the first statement. Second, first statement देखते हैं क्या करेगा, skip करेगा. And okay, second statement, look at here, printf %ld x minus minus. So this is the post decrement. What is the value? Okay, it will print. Okay, output में बताओ क्या print होगा? Okay, 3 will be printed because the post decrement. Now the x value becomes how much here? 2. X value becomes 2. Right? Next. Now understand here. Next. Now third statement. Second statement is completed. Printing is over. Third statement देखो यहाँ पे if x. What is the meaning of that? If x is non-zero. Okay. Now tell me x value is how much here now? X value 2. 2 is means okay, in the if condition we are passing 2. 2 is treated as a true or false. If condition के अंदर 2 पास कर रहे हैं तो true or false? True, because all non-zero is the true and 0 is the false. Okay, I told in the first class. So true है तो again you are calling the main function. So again the main function will be pushed into stack. Again the main function will be pushed into stack. And look at here. So again 1, 2, 3 statements. Now what is the first statement? Static. Static देखते ही skip करेगा. Is that clear? Skip करेगा. Next printf %ld x minus minus. Now tell me what is the x value now? 2. Okay, look at here. So 2 will be printed. Print तो 2 करेगा. उसके बाद x का value क्या हो जाएगा? 1 हो जाएगा. Because post decrement. तो x का value अभी क्या होगा? 1 होगा. Next again if x. इसका मतलब क्या है? If x is non-zero. x is non-zero. What is the x value? 1. Non-zero है, true है तो फिर से main function call होगा. देखो second statement हो गया. Third statement again you are okay pushing the main function into the stack. Next now again you will have what? 1, 2, 3 statements. Now tell me what is the first statement? Static. Static को देखते ही क्या हो जाएगा? Skip करेगा. Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Skip करेगा. Now second printf %ld x minus minus. Tell me x value is how much? 1. Print तो 1 करेगा. x माइनस माइनस है पोस्ट डिक्रीमेंट. उसके बाद x का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा? 0. Next after that you say if x is non-zero. Now tell me x value is 0 now. Okay, x is non-zero है तो फिर से मेन कॉल करोगे. x value 0 है तो 0 means what? Okay, false. 0 means false है तो will it call again the main function is called? No. Now look at here. So now third statement also completed. Now all the 3 are completed. So this will be deleted from the stack. You come back to the previous activation record. Again this will be deleted from the stack. You come back to the previous activation record and again this will be deleted from the stack. So that's it. So what is the output you are going to get here? 3, 2, 1. This is the output you are going to get. Is this clear for everyone? Yeah, Snehashish Bhomika. Okay. स्टैटिक देखते ही क्या करेगा? स्किप करेगा. अगर इनिशियलाइज अगर वो नहीं किया तो डिफॉल्ट तो 0 रहेगा ना. वो चेक करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. वॉट एवर द वैल्यू इज देयर इन द मेमोरी इट विल टेक दैट. ओके, क्योंकि इनिशियलाइज नहीं किया तो डिफॉल्ट 0 तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. ओके, कॉपी करो. कॉपी दिस इज द आउटपुट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट फॉर दिस प्रोग्राम. राइट, समझ में आया ना सबको? राइट, व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इन दिस प्रोग्राम? ओके, मेन के अंदर मेन कॉल कर रहा है तो रिकर्शन विल एग्जीक्यूट विद द हेल्प ऑफ व्हाट? स्टैक. एंड देखो यहाँ पे वेरिएबल इज परसिस्टिंग प्रीवियस स्टेट वैल्यू. देखो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, हर बार जब फिर से कॉल हो रहा है मेन फंक्शन, हर बार जब दोबारा मेन कॉल हो रहा है तो फिर से ये दोबारा इनिशियलाइज हो रहा है, दोबारा क्रिएट हो रहा है मेमोरी में? नहीं हो रहा है. सो लुक एट हियर, स्टैटिक वेरिएबल इज, मेरे को सुनो, स्टैटिक वेरिएबल इज क्रिएटेड ओनली वंस, memory allocated only once at the compile time. Static variable created only once, memory allocated only once at the compile time. If it is not initialized, default contains 0, right? So that is the meaning of this. So copy karo, copy this output, speed up. Praveen Kumar, what is this? Yeah, that is error. महबूब अली, व्हाट वाज योर डाउट बेटा? तुमने पूछा नहीं, क्या चीज़ समझ में नहीं आया तो पूछना चाहिए ना बेटा। कभी हो गया? ओम प्रतीक वेट करो ना बेटा, सब कुछ क्लियर होगा, सब कुछ क्लियर होगा। Yeah, static is a variable. Yes, that is a different type of a variable. Okay, Mahbub Ali, right? Static is a different type of variable. You are having 3-4 types, right? You are having auto variable is there, register variable is there, and next static variable is there, and extern is there. Okay, 4 टाइप अलग अलग टाइप का है, तो static is a different type of variable. So static का behavior ये है, static का behavior ये है, आया समझ में? Okay. Next, now understand here. Next, I think all of you copied. कॉपी किया ना सब लोग? गोविंद मिश्रा, मेन के अंदर मेन कॉल हो सकता है, हो सकता है। कौन बोला नहीं कॉल हो सकता है? दैट इज ऑल्सो ए फंक्शन। right? Okay, right. So let's move on to the next one. Same program without static. Okay, with this you will have a doubt. Doubt clarify होगा यहाँ पे, अगर कोई छोटा मोटा डाउट है तो you will have a clarity here. Okay, copy करो. Same program without static. So I'm just removing. Right, copy करो. Now you will have a clarity. महबूब अली सुनो इधर, इसमें तुमको क्लैरिटी होना चाहिए. आई थिंक यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इन दिस. सेम प्रोग्राम विदाउट स्टैटिक, कॉपी करो. सेम, you can take x value is a 3 here, so you take here also x value is a 3 here. हाँ, कॉपी करो पहले. Same program without static. You understand the difference? You will understand. Madhav Mishra, why its value changing? Suppose x is not static in the shift operation. Yeah, decrement operation, why it is changing? Okay, good doubt. Madhav Mishra, this is internally includes assignment. Post decrement. Yeah, Maniraj, I speak Hindi only, right? In this, okay, please understand here. What is this doubt? Madhav Mishra. Madhav Mishra, x minus minus means that is indirectly internally including assignment. Internally including assignment. When you say x minus minus, okay, look at here. Your friend is asking small doubt. Okay, x minus minus means, what is the meaning of this? Okay, x equal to x minus 1. assignment is there, so x value is changing here, x value is changing here. So there it is not changing, okay, there it is not having assignment, there it was not having assignment, okay, right. So if you observe this program, I think all of you copied. Now see this here, okay, what is the meaning of this, what is the meaning of this program, okay, please understand here, okay, main के अंदर main कॉल हो रहा है, your friend is saying sir main के अंदर main कैसे कॉल होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा, that is also function, doubt है, don't ask anyone, I told you already, if you are having any doubt, just only 3 lines program, you execute and check, right, what is there in that, okay, right. First main function, when you are executing the program, it will check is there any local variable or global variable, okay, local variable, global variable or static variable, no, okay, there is no global variable, there is no static variable, so fine. So the first main function will be pushed into stack, main function will be pushed into stack. Now tell me, you can just give the numbering, okay, 1 2 अब ये दोनों मिला के क्या करो, 3 करो, number 3, right. So just same thing, okay, just for easy understanding we are giving the numbers, just for easy understanding we are giving the numbers. Now look at here, so local variable, so 1 2 3. Now local variable created at the runtime, runtime में create होगा, और where the memory allocated in the stack segment, integer x equal to 3. Now look at here, so x value is initialized with what, 3 here. Next you say printf percentage x minus minus. Now tell me what happens here, okay, percentage x minus minus, so x value is what, 3, so 3 will be printed, and x minus minus post decrement that is having assignment x equal to x minus 1 indirectly, so it will change to what, 2, yes or no, right. Look at here, so first statement completed, second statement completed. Now tell me third statement, if x is non-zero, tell me what is x value in this activation record, 2, so x value is 2, okay, non-zero है तो true है तो main function will be called, again you call main function, again main function will be pushed into stack, again main function will be pushed into stack, you are having 1 2 3 statements. Tell me what is the 1 2 3 statements meaning, again you are having integer x, remember it is a local variable, understand local variable is just like a auto variable, for every function call it is recreated and reinitialized, for every function call it is recreated and reinitialized. So your variable x is again created, okay, variable x is again created in the memory, reinitialized with the 3. Now first statement completed. Now tell me second step, printf percentage x minus minus, तो क्या print होगा, 3, and again post decrement है तो x value will change to what, 2. And next if x, now tell me what is the x value now, 2 here, 2 means non-zero, non-zero means true, okay, true means again main function will be called, so again second हो गया, third से again main function will be pushed into stack, and again one more activation record will create in the stack, again you will have 1 2 3 statements. Now tell me what the first statement, local variable, for every function call local variable recreated and reinitialized, now फिर से create होगा variable x initialize with the 3, next second statement printf percentage x minus minus, तो क्या print होगा, 3, और post decrement है तो ये क्या होगा, 2, and next if x is non-zero है तो फिर से true, फिर से again main function will be called, again you call the main function. Now the same thing will happen like this, same thing will happen like this, okay. Now remember same thing is happening like this, okay, so this is called as what, stack overflow, because यहाँ पे ये condition false का भी हो ही नहीं रहा है, the okay, this condition is not becoming false, and you are keep on pushing the main function into the stack. So that is the reason in the yesterday class, that is the reason in the yesterday class I told important point, recursion should definitely have termination condition, recursion should definitely have termination condition, otherwise it will go into what, stack overflow, it will go into stack overflow. It means okay, you are pushing again main function, again main function, again main function, so it is keep on creating the pushing activation records. Remember the program will terminate, remember this is not called as infinite condition, this is not called as infinite condition. What is this called as, a program termination with the termination, what is this called as, a termination with the stack overflow, termination with the stack overflow. This is not called as an infinite condition. Okay, this is not called as infinite loop. Okay, this is called as what? A termination with the stack overflow. Why? Because program to terminate hoga. When you are executing this program will terminate. So when it will terminate, maybe after 2 hours or maybe after 3 hours. Okay, you are keep on pushing the activation records into the stack. You are keep on pushing activation records in the stack. Maybe after 1 hour or after 10 hours, okay, the program will terminate by its own. Is that clear? By its own. Maybe after 1 hour or 10 hours, the program will terminate. So this is called as what? Termination with a stack overflow. Okay, this is not called as a infinite loop. This is not called as infinite loop. Is this clear for everyone? So copy karo. Ankit, please wait beta. Everything will be discussed. Ankit, wait, please wait. I told you, if you are having any small doubt, if you feel it is a small doubt, please no need to ask. Copy करो इसको. Mahbub Ali, are you following? Maniraj, I am speaking in English only. Maniraj, I am speaking in only English. Okay, even if I say anything in Hindi, I repeat that in the English also. Is this clear for everyone? Yeah, Govind, it is running perfectly, right? Okay, very good. Then why you are reading unnecessary other books? Don't read any other books. Yeah, Rikati Paul, size of the stack depends on your memory. Yes sir, Shubhi Goel, yes sir. Yeah, Hari Home, it is not called as infinite loop. Yeah, Prita Majumdar, all the activation records will delete. Yeah, Samiksha is saying, sir, why main is a user defined function or inbuilt function? Why execution always starts from main? Yeah, main is a inbuilt function. Main is an inbuilt function, you cannot change, it is not a user defined, it is inbuilt function. And why it will start with the main? That is how the Dennis Ritchie written, that is how your compiler is created. Program execution will start from main, that is how the compiler is made, that is how C language is designed. Yeah, Shreyas, it will not print infinite time. मैंने इतना अच्छा बोला, क्या बोला? It will print 1 hour. 1 घंटे तक प्रिंट होगा या तो 10 घंटे तक प्रिंट होगा, उसके बाद बंद हो जाएगा जब स्टैक ओवरफ्लो होगा. So that is not called as infinite loop. कॉपी हो गया? So what is called as infinite loop? Which one is called as infinite loop? Then also I will explain what will happen after the stack overflow. Yeah, all the activation record will be deleted. Yes, grab it wrong. Okay, Govind Mishra, you understood finally. So copy हो गया, copy करो, termination of the stack overflow. Then now your doubt. Okay, I said clearly this is not an infinite loop. इसको infinite loop नहीं बोलते. This is called as a termination with the stack overflow. फिर infinite loop किसको बोलते हैं? Okay, this is called as infinite loop. Okay, if you want you can copy this. This is called as infinite loop. Just listen here. Okay, this is called as infinite loop. Main while true लिखा है. Okay, printf 5. अब बताओ क्या होगा? Till what time program run? अरे इतना अच्छा बोला. 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, depending on your memory. Your main memory is a 4 GB RAM. Maybe it will execute for 1 hour. Your main memory is a 16 GB RAM है. तुम्हारा मेन मेमोरी 16 GB RAM है, तो हो सकता है ओके 10 घंटा तक चलेगा. उसके बाद कभी ना कभी वो अपने आप टर्मिनेट हो जाएगा. In the last program, static and recursion, we should. You will get Vishnu Priya. Just wait. All kind of examples are there. You will understand. Now understand here. So this is called as infinite loop. What is happening here? While true, you are saying what? Print 5. So what is output you get here? So there is no stack, there is no recursion. So it is keep on printing 5 like this. So this is called as a infinite loop. This is called as infinite loop. Okay. So you can take this example also if you want. समझ में आया अभी सबको? Yes. Yeah, Faraj Ashraf, is that clear? It will execute. How much time it will execute in the previous one depending on your main memory size. Okay, main memory size 4 GB RAM है तो हो सकता है ओके 1-2 घंटा चलेगा. अब मेन मेमोरी साइज 16 GB है तो हो सकता है 10 घंटे तक चलेगा. उसके बाद अपने आप बाहर आ जाएगा. Yes sir, Preeto Saha, yes sir. In the last program, static and recursion, we should use the data segment or stack segment. मैंने कहाँ यूज़ किया? विष्णु प्रिया, in the last program, static and recursion, we should use data segment only. Static variable के लिए static variable, for the static variable memory allocated in the data segment. Yeah, this is the infinite loop. Is that clear? So there are different ways of generating the infinite loop. This is not the only way. There are the different ways of generating the infinite loop. Is that clear? So just for clarity, I have given. Okay, right. So now my job is completed. Right. I have given all the points. I have given all the points very clearly. Next is your job. Next is your job. You are going to solve. You are going to solve various questions from the low level to high level. You are going to solve various questions from low level to high level. Okay, right? All varieties of the questions you will solve. I am requesting everyone to solve sincerely. Samiksha, there is no infinite loop, there is no stack overflow message in this kind of thing. And okay, what is this? A program belongs to infinite loop because we do not initialize them. It is just printing. There is no variable. There is no variable. Memory allocated only for variable, right? While loop contains any function, then it terminates stack overflow. Okay, so any small doubts, it's okay, right? Note down the, okay, next one. Before moving that, before moving on to the first question, just copy this. Copy this small thing, small point I want to tell you. Passing expression in the function. Copy this. Copy karo, copy this. Let's say initial value of x is 5. Copy this table. And you are passing in the function x plus plus. Then what is the passing value? What is the x value? And you are having initial value of x is 5. In some function, okay, you are passing plus plus x. What is the passing value? What is the x value? So this is the meaning of that. Just copy the table. Yeah, Madhav Mishra, you write the program and send me. How it is going to work? You cannot do that with the imagination. Remember, Samiksha, it will not be stored somewhere. Okay, memory allocated only for variable. Sir, can there be two static variables in one function? Bhavyajita, yes sir, you can have two static variables. You will see all the examples, just wait. Copy karo what I am saying. Understand here, copied all of you, right? So passing expression in the function, understand here. So you are having a simple x equal to 5. You just declared the integer x equal to 5. In the function, some function you are passing x plus plus. Understand what I am saying here, okay? In the function you are passing x plus plus, like function f is there, you are passing x plus plus. This is the meaning of this. In the function you are passing x plus plus. Now tell me, in the function you are passing x plus plus, then what is the passing value? क्या value pass करोगे function में? What is the value you are going to pass in the function? Initial value of x is 5, okay? And next, what you are passing in the function here? Okay, x plus plus. Okay, you are writing here. Okay, f of x plus plus. Now tell me, what is the value you are going to pass in the function here? Post increment. What value you pass? 5. Is that clear? And next, what is the x value? X value will be what? Obviously what? 6. Is that clear? So you are passing 5, but x value remains what? 6, because there is a increment is there, increment assignment is there. So x value to change hona hi hona hai. X value will definitely change. Yes sir. Okay, right. Okay, and the next, now come to this here. Okay, x equal to 5. In some function you are passing plus plus x. Okay, just like, okay, in some function is there, you are passing plus plus x. You are passing plus plus x. Now tell me, when you are passing plus plus x, what is the passing value? It is the pre-increment. Listen here, pre-increment. First you are passing plus plus x. So pre-increment, so first you have to increment and pass. So x value will, okay, what is the passing value? 6. Pre-increment, x value to change hona hi, right? Obviously pre-increment, so first increment and incremented value only you are going to pass. Incremented value only you are going to pass. So passing value is a 6 and x value is also obviously what? 6. And next, now tell me, this is interesting. X equal to 5, I am passing x plus 1. In some function we are passing x plus 1. Okay, in some function you are passing x plus 1. Tell me, what is the passing value here? Passing value kitna? 6. Okay, x plus 1 means passing value 6. But tell me, what is the x value? X value will be 5 only. X value will be 5 because there is no assignment in that. There is no assignment in that. I am not changing the x value. Is that clear? So x को इधर सुनो, x को +1 करके मैं भेज रहा हूँ. x को +1 करके मैं भेज रहा हूँ, मगर x का वैल्यू चेंज नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I am sending the value by adding the +1. Whatever the in the function you are saying x +1, you are simply adding +1 and sending the value, but you are not changing the x value. There is no assignment in this. So x value will be 5. Passing value is a 6, but x value is 5. Is this clear for everyone? Copy कर लो, copy that. Okay, color not visible. Okay, so this one is a 5, this one is a 6, and this one is 6, and this one also 6. This one is 6, and this one is a 5. Is this clear for everyone? Right. Note down the first question on the screen. Oh, not this one. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the question. Copy the question. What is the return value of the f of 1? The first question on the screen for you. Yeah, Ricky Kumar, if you don't use the termination, it will go to the stack overflow, right? Termination means coming out of activation records. If you don't have termination, that will go into stack overflow. What is the return value of the f of 1? Yeah, okay, main function is not there, directly you push. Okay, if you want, you can just write down. Okay, sometimes in the exam he will give this like this also. Okay, you can just if you have a doubt, okay, just okay, write here. Okay, main. Okay, is indirectly calling what? Main. F of 1 is calling the f of 1 function like this. Okay, in the main you are calling what? F of 1 function. So first time you are calling this function by passing n value as a 1. So you can write a main function here. in this you call f of 1. So it's asking what is the return value of this f of 1. Okay, you just indirectly understand that main is already there. Okay, main में f of 1 call कर रहे हैं. This is the meaning of this. प्रीता मजुंदर, if के अंदर कौन सा पार्ट है? Only one line. Only one line is there inside the if. Okay, because you don't have open bracket and closing bracket. If inside the if you are having only this statement, only one line will be there in the if condition. Okay, that is simple one, right? Inside the if you will have only one statement because there is no open bracket and there is no closing bracket. Right. So time up guys. Okay, it will not take this much time, so I think time up. Okay, so many people are giving right answer and somebody giving right answer, somebody giving wrong answer. So Aniket, you are getting 16. How you are getting 16? Yeah. Right. So different okay, people are getting different answer. Right. So understand here. Now how the program will execute? Listen carefully. Is it a recursion? Yes. Okay. Why recursion? Because f ke andar, okay, inside the f you are calling the f. Okay, inside the f you are calling the f. So that is a recursion. See this, you are calling f. Okay, inside the f. So that is a recursion. Right. Okay. Now understand carefully. When you are executing this program, how you are going to execute? You check at the compile time. Is there any static variable or okay, global variable? So do you have static variable? Yes. Static variable memory allocated in the data segment. So I am writing the data segment here. Okay, static variable memory allocated in the data segment. What is that? I. So what is the I value here? 1. I value is 1. And next, so just give the numberings here. Listen carefully. 1. Okay, this is a if condition. Okay, combined together number 2 and this is a number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, so remember there is no open bracket and a closing bracket. So it means you need to assume only one statement inside the if. Yes or no? So this everybody knows, right? Inside the if condition only one statement is there. Yes or no? So that is the reason. So combine together, assume it's number, okay, number 2 statement. Now first time main function will be pushed into stack. In the main function you are calling f of 1. Okay, this is the meaning of the question. So now look at here. So first main function will be pushed into stack. I am not pushing the main function because you can understand. So first time when you call this function f, first time when you call this function f, how many statements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now tell me what is the first statement? Static. Static देखते ही क्या करेगा? Like just by looking at static, it will say what? Skip. Because it will assume that static means memory already allocated the compile time. It is not my job, so it will simply ignore that. Ignore. And next, if okay, n greater than or equal to 5. Now tell me, first time you are calling f of 1. What is the n value received here? N value received as a 1. N value received as a 1. Okay, now if n greater than or equal to 5, return n. N greater than or equal to 5, true or false? False, because n value is a 1 here. So n greater than or equal to 5, you say return n. So that is false. So this is not executed. Now third statement, n equal to n plus I. N equal to n plus I. Now look at here, what is I value? 1. N value 1. N plus I. So n plus I means okay, 1 plus 1. That value becomes 2. Next, you say I plus plus. So I value becomes how much here? 2. And next, return. Listen carefully. Return f of n. Now look at here. So third statement completed. Fourth statement completed. Return. You are saying f of n. So you are recursively calling the function f by passing the n value. What is the n value in this activation record now? What is the n value in this activation record? 2. So you are receiving n value as a 2. And again you will have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements. Now what is the first statement? Static. So by looking at the static, it will simply skip. Now second statement, if n greater than or equal to 5, okay, you say return n. N greater than or equal to 5, true or false? False. So this is not done. Now third statement, n equal to n plus I. Tell me n plus I, n value is a 2, I value 2. So okay, that is a n plus I, 2 plus 2, how much is that? 4. And next I plus plus. So you say I value becomes 3 here. And next return f of n. Now look at here, so third statement done, fourth statement done. Return f of n. So it's recursively calling the function f by passing the n value. Tell me what is the n value now? Okay, 4. You are passing n value 4, and again you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements. Remember, whenever you call this function f, whenever you call this function f, you have to execute all the 5 statements. Whenever you call this function f, you have to execute all the 5 statements. Now first statement again same static, skip karega. Now second statement, n greater than equal to 5, return n greater than equal to 5, true or false? False, not executed. N equal to n plus I, n plus I, so I value is a 3, so that is 4 plus 3, that is 7. And next this is done. And next okay, look at here, so I plus plus, so I value becomes how much here? 4. And next after that, okay, fourth statement also done. Now fifth statement, return f of n. So this recursively calling f of n by passing n value as what? 7. Okay, now look at here, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements. Listen carefully, listen carefully. Now look at here, now static, again first statement static. Static dekhte hai kya karega? Skip karega. By looking at the static, it will simply skip. Now see the second statement here. If n greater than equal to 5, return n. Now tell me what is the n value here? What is the n value? N greater than equal to 5, return n. So n value is how much here? 7. Look at here, n greater than equal to 5, return n. Return means, understand here, return means coming out of the activation record. Return means coming out of the activation record. Okay, so look at here, so n equal to 7, n greater than equal to 5, so return n. So second statement is saying return n. So this will return 7 here. Return means coming out of the activation record, and when you say simply return, and the remaining statements here, they are not executed. The remaining statements are not executed. So return n means you are returning 7, and remember that 7 will come to what? That will be returned to previous activation record. That will be returned to previous activation record. So this is deleted, and that will return to previous activation record. And in this also you are having return. See this, in this also return. Okay, that 7 will come here, and here also you are having return. Here also you are having return. So that will return again 7, and that will return 7 to what? Previous activation record. Here also you are having return. That will return to previous activation record. Here also you are having return. That will return to what? Previous activation record. What is your previous activation record? Main, because first main will be pushed into stack. And finally what is returned to main function? What is returned to main function? 7. So 7 is the output. Is that clear? So what is the return value? Return value of the function? 7. So this is how the program execution will take place. This is how the program execution will take place. Is this clear for everyone? So copy karo, copy all this. So next in the continuation we are having so many other questions. Is this clear for everyone? Right, you can copy that. So the remaining questions we will solve in the tomorrow's class. Is that clear? Remaining questions we will solve in the tomorrow's class. So please watch the video once again. If you are having any small doubt also, watch the video once again, because tomorrow class, okay, complexity will increase. Tomorrow class complexity will increase. Is that clear? Right? So watch the video once again. If you have any small doubt also, make a note of it. Is that clear? Actually there should not be any doubt also. Frankly speaking, there should not be any doubt. Okay? Right. So I'll stop the class for today, and see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.